it took 9 minutes for me to start crying at Johnny. This is quite a powerful film. This was released in 2010. It's directed by D. David Morin and it's written by Morin and Alan Smithee, and we have a cast including Jerry Phillips, Musetta Vander, Lonnie Colón, Leslie L. Miller, Lee Majors, and various others. And this is how heavy it is. It's about a 10-year-old boy with terminal leukemia. This is, of course, Johnny. And he's also a foster child. And his doctor takes him back to his house. And the doctor and his wife lost a child a few years earlier. And all of this is revealed pretty quickly in the film. That's a lot of really emotional information to receive in a very short space of time. And I have to say, credit to them for setting the tone of the film very early. It is a brutal experience. That's not to say there aren't uplifting moments. There absolutely are, but it is by no means an easy watch. And the film is all about having this special mission. Johnny believes that God gave him this special mission, this purpose, and it can be argued that that special mission is to bring a little light back into this family's life, because obviously having lost a child, the daughter lost a brother, it's obviously a very emotional time in a very emotional household and not exactly the happiest family life. And Johnny feels that maybe his special mission was to bring that light back into their life. And it's not all plain sailing, which is a ridiculous thing to say given the narrative. But when the doctor brings Johnny to his house, his wife is really annoyed by this. And what I thought this was a really good idea, she's in a very different headspace regarding the loss of her son. Whereas her husband is, I don't want to say ready to move on, but he realizes that after a certain point, you need to open your heart up to other people, which is what he's doing with Johnny. Whereas his wife is not ready for this. And I think showing those different stages of grief and showing that people experience grief in different ways and at different rates, I feel like that was a really good decision as well. And in general, it's a brutal experience. It's not an easy watch. I cried through pretty much all of it, and it's absolutely worth it. It is moving, it's uplifting at times, but it's certainly very powerful. And if it's a kind of film you're in the mood for, I think it's safe to say that it is the sort of film where we do need to be in a certain headspace to watch it. But if you're in that headspace and it sounds like a film that you're currently in the mood for, then I'd say Johnny is definitely worth watching. Visually, it's a strong film. The camera work is good. The lighting, absolutely no issues with any of those at all. The performances are really strong. The characters are very well written, very believable, and the emotion in this film is right on the surface throughout. And there are a lot of different emotions as well, and it's all very believable. And with regards to the faith aspect and how Johnny thought God had saved him for this special mission, the religious aspect's not completely in your face. So if you're not a believer of God, if you're not really interested in faith-based films, you can overlook that. There are so many other aspects to the film that you can focus on. It's not pushed into your face. But obviously, if you want to focus on that, you absolutely can. And in general, I have no complaints. I mean, I could complain that it made me cry for the best part of, is it about an hour and a half? How long is the film? Let me double check this. The film is, it's about an hour and a half, so I cried for about an hour and 20 minutes. A brutal experience, but thoroughly enjoyable for the right reasons, because there are a lot of messages of hope and uplifting moments, but also a very challenging experience for multiple obvious reasons. Johnny is a very powerful film, very emotion driven, and if it sounds like a film for you, then I'd say proceed with caution, but I definitely recommend it.